Yo,
What's
what's going on,
up?
everybody? What's going on? You got Mike, you got Jay, and Pierre probably gonna be joining us. He has something to come up, but he'll probably be on here in a little bit.
Taking care of grown man business.
Taking care of grown man business. Thinking Game Podcast. We in the house, man. Hope everybody having a good day. I'm getting over the. I don't know what I had, man. I don't know if I had the cocoa. I don't know if I had something, man, over the weekend. But man, why I took so many Benadryls? I might be an X-Man by now, man.
I know. You take.
What's the most Benadryls you take at one time?
No, I don't think it's a limit.
Well, I took three at one time, and man, you talking about the best sleep you ever had, man.
I used to regularly take four.
He said regular take four.
Dude
That's a
said,
vitamin regimen. He
dude
just
said,
smoke
I'm trying to see the Muffin Man.
can't feel no pain. I just knock it. Hey man, I was watching. I was at work. I just ran across you. I was working on something. I was watching Harlem Heat, and they was mad about the tag team. They was trying to fight the Steiners, to face the Outsiders, and Vince came out there. Vincent. He used to be a $1 Million Man. He was the NWO. He came right there talking trash to him. They said, tell them that we gonna beat the brakes off them, but first we finna beat the brakes off you. They beat the brakes off. He let Stevie Ray walk behind him. Stevie Ray walked behind him and knocked him from behind. They beat the brakes off, dude. That crap was so funny, man. I tried to download it. I didn't have enough time. That crap was funny, though, when I seen it. It's those random clips when you go back and watch some wrestling. They be funny, man.
For sure. You know what I mean? Having beat the only other black man on there.
Boy. Was that the only three black dudes? Wow. In WCW?
Wow.
Wow.
They had what's that Norman? They had Norman Smiley.
What was that?
You gotta look him up. You'll know it when you see him.
I don't know who that is. Norman Smiley. Huh. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of black dudes at that time. I think WWE had all of them. Nation of Domination. Who else? Rock. Ooh,
That's it.
Yeah, boy.
At one time they had Ahmed
And Mark
Johnson.
Henry. Mark Henry.
They had Ahmed Johnson,
Johnson,
Mark
yeah.
Henry.
Man, dude could have just stayed in shape, man. I guess he was on that dope too. I think he was on that dope though. Ahmed Johnson. He just like a dude that be on Marshall Street, man. You know what I'm saying? Walking down Marshall Street with the fanny pack on. He used to wear the jeans, come to the ring with the jeans.
That's crazy.
When he tried to fight Goldust, though, that crap was funny. When he knocked dude through that door, he said, "Get out the way."
They used to do just crazy stuff on TV. That's crazy.
Man. And then, no, I don't even want to talk about it. I just think, man, I think the dude we went to school with, man. Dude, they talking about dude and got caught up in some stuff, man. You see him on Facebook, man? You know what I'm talking about?
Nah.
I tell you, I was lying. They found a body on Springer Boulevard, and they said this dude that's involved. If you see the picture, you know who it is. You was like, oh yeah. I was like, nah, man, but hey, it is what it is. Then that dude in Texas, man, I feel bad for dude, man, but had his daughter with him, at the car wash or something like that. That's real big too. It's like a rapper named Lil Ronnie or something like that. Rest in peace to him and his 5-year-old daughter. Said dudes ran down on him, man, killed him, and he was at a car wash washing his car, man. Killed him and his 5-year-old daughter, man. So tough, man. Like Willie D said, you don't know what Lil Ronnie did, but they ain't have to shoot, man. Kill his daughter though, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. And y'all can tell even the shooters were scared when they just start shooting just in the car like that with no disregard or on who in the car.
No boundaries. Yeah.
They're really scared that Ronnie was gonna do something to them. If he saw him, they gotta shoot him first, and they're not seeing who they're shooting. They're just shooting at the car.
Yeah.
At least, man, look the man in the face. You know what I mean?
And people were saying that what they would have done, like on Facebook, they were saying what they would have done if there was them. It's like, first of all, you never been in the shootout. You don't know what you do. There is doing something and not really paying attention. You just washing your car and hearing a gunshot go off. that is like the transition to that is just like that.
Yeah.
And most of the first time you do is drop. That's the first thing you do is
First
drop.
thing, I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
unless if you're from the hood, like a lot of people don't do that. Some people,
yeah, boy,
you know what I mean. If you're doing that, y'all crazy. You know what I mean. So you drop.
Yeah,
you know
man.
I mean? That's the first step that you would do. And then
it's only a chosen few. When they see somebody shooting, they grab their gun and they under composure, and it's them like elite kind of dude, them like Call of Duty kind of dudes. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too many of them floating around. It's like 1%.
That's the thing. The thing is, like, first you get down, identify where the gunfire is coming from, if you can. And sometimes when you in those stalls, the echo, have you running right into the person. And then you got to think about it. You got your child. I mean, I got a son.
That's what make it hard when you got a cop. Yeah, it's really hard. Yeah.
Even if he did have his gun, he got to see where they are. And like our kids are walking age. My son, we try to be healthy. If he's not in the car playing with his tablet at 5, playing with his tablet, he walking around with me out there. So I gotta make sure I can see him and protect him, get him out of line. I don't care if I kill all the dudes, my son die. You got to get your gun, locate where your child is. Hopefully they're in the car. But it
depends on what they shooting. If they shooting with the switch, you ain't got time to get your gun. They already got the drop on you. You got to understand it too. Somebody already got the drop on you, man. That's when it's tough, man.
And they dare to kill you. Because some people, they have a switch and they pull up and they shoot the gun all out the car or something like that. Boy. Or they flapping like that. You might have a chance, get behind something. But if they draw down on you and they looking you in the face with it, gun.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, it's pretty much over for you. You know what I mean?
It ain't too many dudes that's gonna look at you in the eyes and shoot you though. Them dudes are rare. Like most dudes gonna shoot you from afar, man. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna.
And they gonna start shooting, and with a switch, they just pull the trigger in the direction of the person, and that's why that little girl is no longer here along with her father, and that's really, really sad. Praying for the family.
Yeah, hope they find. I think they said they had the shooters on video, so they probably end up finding them. It's like the Fort Worth area.
And then internet took out. Well, I would have did this, and I would have did that. Could have, should have, would have. Pay respects to the dead. And these people aren't thinking. They're shooting people in busy cities. Car washes are known to have cameras around them.
Man, for real.
It's a camera at almost every intersection. Like, y'all stole the car. But,
yeah, I know even here in Little Rock. I mean, you see them black poles with the camera, and there's a camera almost in every street, just about. Especially in the hoods, yeah, definitely, 100%.
And then
they solar powered, so.
And a lot of y'all are wearing the same jackets and hoodies all the time. And guess what? You're doing it in the same shoes. He got the retro, he got those gray retro Jordans or those black Jordans you wearing, and people walk the same. They had your grandma on there identifying. Yeah, that's little Rollo. That's him.
Yep. And then I think I seen on TikTok this lawyer said that she had a client that she found out that all those cameras, like if you go through certain areas, like they say if they don't want you in Pulaski County, if those cameras can pick up your plates and every time you pass one, they can tell you, how far you in the county and stuff like that based on your plates or whatever your car is. You pick up those plates and stuff. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Because I didn't get my tags right, and I drove past State Trooper. Boop, our tags expired. You know what I mean?
Wow.
He wasn't even like behind.
Yeah, that's crazy. But all right, guys, get into this podcast, man. The post of the day. I think I seen Sherry Shepherd post this. She said, should adult children living at home pay their parents' rent? What you think about that, bro?
Are they living at home with? I mean, is the situation they're living? The child is living with the parent.
I guess they haven't moved out the house yet.
Because we're at the age, where a lot of people we went to school with got senior parents that's living with them. You know what I mean? Of course, you should take their responsibility. But I think we're not talking about that. You should contribute in the house. And I know when you get older, older, you may be going through a tough time. You might be going through a divorce and you just need to get your stuff together and you might stay with your parents or you're getting out of abusive relationships. You should contribute to the household.
Yeah.
In that situation, I know you're trying to build up to move out, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, to get back on your feet, recover from that abusive relationship or recover from that divorce. But you definitely should, your mom, dad, your parents, their life should be, their load should be a little bit lighter with you there, especially as an adult. Now, if you never left, you need to be paying half or more than half of that rent. I mean, because you'll never be ready to be out. If you can't even take on half of the responsibility of rent, they really should let you feel the whole rent because once you get out of the nest, you got to pay 100% of your own bills.
100%.
You know what I mean? And it's no substitute for the real thing, but your parents can break it down little digestible pieces of responsibility. But you're 26, 27, 28. The older you are, the bigger your piece of the pie should be in the rent, preparing you to be a fully functioning adult. You know what I mean?
Now, I think in today's time, I give you another angle. In today's time, in 2025, most young kids, 19, 20, 21 to about 25, can they really live on their own? You got to ask yourself that. Probably not. Like if you're making $15 an hour, 19, 20 years old, chances are you probably cannot live on your own unless you're really crafty at knowing how to use your money in a smart way. Like you probably driving a cash car, a 92 Honda Accord. You know what I'm saying?
There's no car note.
Yeah, no car note, a cash car, no car note, no Hellcat, no Dodge Demon, none of that. 92 Honda Accord. Apartments that you probably don't want to stay in, or a duplex or something, and it's probably not gonna be in a great area. You're not living on Cantrell or in the Heights or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You're probably gonna be living on Pine Street. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. If that, I think that may be expensive.
And it should be motivation to do better. And guess what? Minimum wage ain't $15 an hour.
What is it now?
I don't know, but it's not 15.
Is it higher or lower?
I'm pretty sure it's lower.
Wow.
But I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it is, but you know.
And then too, man, I think when you look at different cultures across the board, different cultures have different things. Because I know when I was going to school, I knew this a couple of people I had class with that were like Asian. They still stayed with their parents while they was in school. Their parents told them to stay with them while they was in school. They wouldn't even let them stay on the dorm. It's like it don't make sense. I think it just depends on your financial situation. I think that's what me and my wife trying to do. We trying to put ourselves in a position where if our kids did something like that, we wouldn't take the money and use it. We would put it in a savings account. But just get them to understand, to get them to understand how to be committed. You got to understand the commitment of paying bills and being an adult. You know what I'm saying? It's not fun and games.
The benefit of saving as well. And in a minimum wage in Arkansas is $11 an hour.
Ooh.
So when you're dating a guy, you know what I mean, 19, 20, 21, 22, in college, if he's making minimum wage, he's not staying in those apartments that cost $2,000 a month. You know what I mean? He's not driving that car that's a $700 a month car note. You know what I mean? And he's not broke because he doesn't have those things. I mean, because you don't have the education, skills, and experience to do those things like that. And I was in the situation like that when your parents take money for your, rent. You know what I mean? Like other.
I mean, both of us did that. Both of us pretty much helped
our
moms
out. Sometimes they put money aside to you. So when you do, decide to
it's all good,
move
bro.
out, you will have a little.
And I know me and you, we probably went through that contributing to the house, but I think a lot of times when we was younger, a lot of times you didn't understand it. Like I know some girls they didn't understand it. Like they didn't understand. Like you still live at home. Like nah, it's not what you think it is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't because I'm lazy. It's because I'm helping my mom out. Cause I told one girl that I said, you meet a dude that won't help his mom out. What you think he gonna treat you? How you think he gonna treat you? If you won't help his mom out, you must be crazy. If you think he gonna treat you right, you must be crazy.
Especially, if the situation, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I look a little bit, I don't look how I'm supposed to look, or like I don't have what you think I'm supposed to have. And if I gotta sacrifice your opinion of me to make sure my mom, my brothers, family, whoever, and make sure they're straight, so be it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for
So
sure. So be it. 100%. But let us know in the comments. Should adult children living at home pay their parents' rent? I say it just depends on your situation. I think you should really think about what you got going on, and see. And I think that you should really consider the situation that you're in. Because sometimes some parents are set up to the point to where their kids can live with them while they're in college or going to an apprenticeship or something, and they don't have to live on a college dorm and worry about the horrors of living in the college dorm. We should make a podcast talking about that. Living on a college dorm, pretty crazy. But let me know in the comments though what you think about that. Should adult children living at home pay their parents' rent?
Remember this sooner or later.
All right. I'm gonna see is he gonna come back. Let me go here. Let's go to pick one. Duckhead or Guess jeans? Which one you rolling with? Duckhead or Guess jeans? If you had to pick one, who you rolling with? A lot of people probably gonna roll with Duckhead. I had both. I had Duckhead and Guess jeans, but I think I would probably go with Duckhead though, with the shorts. So we sitting here talking about pick one, Duckhead or Guess jeans. I said I'm gonna go with Duckhead because
I bet you would. I gotta go with Guess jeans. It was a sturdy jean. It was stylish, and I think the name brand at the time, and I think they're still going strong today.
Are they? Guess people still wear Guess, huh?
I was in the store. I seen some Guess. It's a lady. She bought some heels, and that was Guess heels. I'm like, you know what? I mean, I guess they still kicking. But jeans are gonna be jeans. You know what I mean? Duckhead is an acquired taste. I don't.
I know, right?
The shirts, with the shirts, you know what I mean, and the khaki shorts and stuff like that. With the belt, I mean, it's just a thing. I think Guess was more.
Yeah, I was rolling through the heist. I think I seen somebody in the heist the other day with the short jeans, shorts on, with the loafers. Man, it was hot outside. He had the jeans.
So you would definitely go. Duckhead was an acquired taste. You know what I mean? I think you can't go wrong with Guess jeans. But let us know what y'all think.
Yeah, man. Let me know what y'all think, man.
Don't get caught slipping.
All right. The social media narrative. Women out there saying that single men aren't obsessed with women anymore. And I got a video to add to talk about this.
And basically it says men are not obsessed with women like they used to be. Y'all don't find that kind of weird? And to be honest, no, I don't find that kind of weird, because what exactly is there for men to be obsessed with in today's world? Women have left no room for imagination, none whatsoever. It's like your sense of entitlement is out of control. Your expectations are unrealistic. Y'all walk around showing your bodies half dressed, half exposed 24/7, out smoking, drinking, partying 24/7, on the scene 24/7. A lot of y'all are not even coming with nothing to the table because you're too busy with your hand out trying to see what man got the next bag so he can sponsor your lifestyle to make you look like you're living a lifestyle to post on the internet. It's like a lot of y'all don't have common sense. A lot of y'all don't know how to hold a conversation. A lot of y'all don't have no originality about yourselves. Everybody is getting the same body. Everybody is getting the same hairstyle. Everybody looks the exact same. And it's like y'all get that confused. Oh, well, men like that. No, men will fuck that. But men are not wiping that and they're not cuffing that. And I think y'all are starting to realize that. And then the first thing y'all want to say is, oh, well, they're gay, they're sassy. No, they're not. They're just tired of what you guys are presenting. And if y'all are here to give them free pussy, free looks, and free everything they ain't got to work for, why would they? But they're never going to take you serious. So it seems to me like a lot of y'all are now starting to realize that you're either losing value or have lost value from chasing attention. And now that's something that y'all got to deal with, and y'all can't face that fact. Men love women that are exclusive, women that are put up, women that every man can say he had or can have. Simple as that.
You know,
Think she being too rough on the sisters, man? You think she's close?
yeah, I mean a little rough, but shout out to this content creator. She puts out good content. You know what I mean? A good point of view, a woman's point of view.
Or later.
But you know, I think a little bit. It's so many different type of men, right?
So many different type of women. Yes,
and you're talking about access to some. Talking to women is hard. Now, some men have a way out. They go subscribe to these OnlyFans and they get access to stuff, to see stuff. They don't get to experience it, but that's good enough for them. They probably was never going to experience stuff like this in their life. They go to work and they get to talk to these women or give them money online, and they get to see parts of women that they would never see. They have access to that. So they're not going to be as thirsty on the streets because they're getting their fix with pornography, OnlyFans, and things like that. You can see some of the most beautiful women with makeup, weave, big breasts, BBLs. You can see these women just by clicking a button. You know what I mean? And they're competing with each other for attention. So regular women, a lot of times, don't get that attention because we can see all of this. We can see the whole menu on the internet. So when you see a regular woman in real life, some of these men aren't as obsessed as they used to be. And they have an unrealistic beauty standard. I think women are making it more and more unrealistic to obtain. With the butts we see online, when we see a regular butt, or regular breast, or regular face, or regular hairstyle, that ain't enough. That ain't sparkly enough for us. So men don't act obsessed with that because it's regular. It looks better online.
I think number one, like you said, it's different kind of men, different kind of women. Kind of goes in line with what's going on right now. Anybody know about sports? It's called the NFL Combine. You got different groups. You got offensive linemen, you got wide receivers, you got running backs, quarterbacks, different sets, different skill sets or whatever. So I was talking to my wife about this before we came on, and I told her the girls who think that they are eye candy that we experienced growing up, these are the kind of girls that if it came down to makeup and aesthetics, or putting food on the table, they'll pick makeup and aesthetics. Are we correct? Is that pretty close?
A lot of them would. You know what I mean?
And a lot of these girls,
they look like beauty queens. So.
And a lot of these girls, when the money get low, and believe me, it will get low at some point. Unless you got money just flowing in like that, they tie their existence to all of this extra stuff. And when you don't have the money to buy it, now you in a weird state of mind because you depended on all this foundation that you got more foundation than they got to build a house. You got more than that on your face, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta be careful about that, putting putting your existence in the extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? How do you look without that? Like if somebody see you without that, would they even know who you are? You know what I'm saying?
But the extra stuff is sometimes now a hustle because they making money off the content.
But what are you hustling for? And that's the thing. Do you want a man or do you want to hustle?
I mean, they want the money because I see girls that even I know they're in the club all the time. They're not working 9 to 5s. They're in the club all the time.
Right.
They're selling their dresses or
because I'm out the game. I'm out the game anyway. So yeah.
Or their makeup. You know what I mean? They're trying to get the bag, and that's the way they hustle. Their appearance, their lifestyle.
And that's the thing, right?
And it's just like the drug game. You know what I mean? You hustling. I mean, are you going to be able to hustle at 57?
Yeah, it's
are
like
you going to be hustle, and get the money that you're getting by selling sex appeal and the lifestyle.
And then when you start talking about hustling, getting the bag, when it comes down to money and currency, it's just economics. It's called competition. We just talked about the combine. You've been in the game 5 years. Guess what? It's another round of rookies coming in. Always. You would never be the premier player. Always. That's the hardest part of the top players to realize is one day you're not going to be the top player, and it seems like it happened overnight sometimes.
Yeah, and a lot of women are getting mad and calling some men
sassy,
or groomers or something like that because they're going down. They're picking younger players. You know what I mean? Now, I got a line and a limit. You know what I mean? And it's not necessarily a numbered limit. Some people like, well, 18 is legal. Well, I don't think that's right. You know what I mean? You 30 years old, somebody's 18 or 19, and you 45, and they're 20. And I don't think that's right. But when somebody past 24, they're an adult. I mean, to me. And it's just their preference if they want to date older or younger, but that's just me. Some people say that's wrong too, but you're still in their youth or whatever, older women or older men dating people younger, but younger people are coming out and y'all shouldn't be in competition with them, but y'all see them as competition. Younger man comes up or younger woman comes up. I mean, it's always going to be like another younger class graduating, getting into the dating game.
And then, like, why would if somebody's single now, seeing all the stuff that women are putting out there, even though it's not all women, but you putting all this stuff on social media about how women do dudes, how they talk crazy about dudes, why would a dude obsess over that? You know what I'm saying? Who wants to obsess if you talk to this woman, you got to take her on a certain date. You can't take her to these places. She got like a requirement list. Why would a man obsess over that? You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
If the standards are getting higher and he's getting less, you know what I mean? That he can get online or he's not getting what he's seeing online, why would you, like I say, why would you want to?
Like I said, you can have whatever standard you want, but that don't mean that it's going to be successful, your standard. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be able to realize that. Now, it's up to you if you adjust it or modify it, but you got to know, just because you got a standard, that don't mean it's going to be met, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Every time, so, because there's some unreal standards out there. Man, that girl said she didn't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory, man. Like, man, you crazy, man. I know some girls, you take them to Burger King, boy, you the man, dog. 2 for $6.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not, being genuinely interested in a person is so low on the value scale right now. What can I get out of what can I get out of this person?
It's a lot of work when you do all that extra stuff. It's just a lot of work. Eyelashes and extra makeup, man. If you add that to your bill, how much you think that'll cost extra, bro? Plus utilities and stuff and bills, that may be another extra $150, $200, man.
Yeah, man. On the low end, just getting your nails done can be $150.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? That's without the pedicure.
Yeah.
But you do this stuff. I mean, it's self-therapy. I mean, you got self-care. I mean, you need to do certain things to make you feel like you're special. You know what I mean? So.
But you can't get mad if dudes don't be flaunting over it, though. That's what you got to understand. It's just called reality. You can't have this fantasy like, if I do all this, I'm gonna be ESPN top 10. Then you do it, you realize you at the bottom end of the 25. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
Yeah, and it's like it's so many ways to be attacked. You're obsessed with women, or men are less obsessed. That's what the complaint was.
Yeah.
But you can be attacked. You know what I mean? And now the whole world can be like, you be too simpish. You know what I mean? Your text messages that you thought were private between you and her now are being shared on TikTok, or you're a part of a story time because you were too anxious or you were too eager.
Man,
so it's a part about playing.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, when you was dating, I remember when we was younger. If you text too fast, you seem too anxious. If you don't text at all, now you don't want to text nobody now.
Yeah, and they're saying that's what they're missing. You know what I mean? Men used to be obsessed, and they're not doing it because we're more cautious of what we should be more cautious
100%.
of what we text, because we could be labeled as a simp. We gave you money, you know what I mean, because you was late on your rent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gave you $200. Now you got my messages and my cash app to you on the internet, and now everybody's seeing that you finessed me out of $200. You know what I mean, and things like that. So everything we do could be put on Front Street, you know, for all the internet to see.
Or they'll put the stuff that's favorable to them, right?
Oh, of course.
Some girls out here do some crazy stuff. They don't put that stuff out there. Yeah, they go sit there.
They didn't show when they didn't show when they were begging for this money.
Boy.
They didn't show when they were proposing all the favors they would do for you, just for this money. But they showed you sending that money or saying, "When can I see you?" So people don't want to seem overly into somebody.
The only person done that was the one that messing with Steve Smith. That's the only person that put.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And you see what side, you know, she was on, you know, she was married. And guess what? And that's what, like, you know, if you're having sex with somebody, or you're being intimate or whatever they want to call it, hopefully they're not married, but you should be able to share text messages like she was sharing, right? But now people are, men and women alike, are afraid to show their feelings through text, because they're going to be shamed, things like revenge porn.
I think he was mad because he wasn't getting.
Of course he was mad. Why wouldn't he be mad? Like,
how you gonna do the whole value meal and I only get the sandwich? You know,
exactly. you don't get the top part of the bun.
Man, you don't even give me Chick-fil-A sauce, man. You can't do the whole shit. And the key lime lemonade. I ain't getting nothing.
And the top-notch service. He got the meal and the service, the customer service. Like, you give me my food, like, here go your food. Take the little food. Like, you know what I mean? But you like, how can I serve you? You know what I mean?
Man,
like, you know what I mean? So it's not only what you get, the food you get, it's the way you present it, that customer service effect when you give people stuff. You know
and then too, man, with all this Me Too movement, that kind of killed a lot of stuff too. Dudes don't really talk to girls like that because you just don't know how a girl gonna try to come back and try to spin it on you, man. So that happens too. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I mean, I see, and this is the thing a lot too. Like, so they're saying men aren't obsessed as they used to be. So I've seen this countless times of women screenshotting their inbox. Look at this man. He been texting, talking to himself in my inbox for 2 years. You know what I mean? This man saying, "Good morning, beautiful." For 2 years.
Somebody do Shaq like that? Did somebody do Shaq like that? It was like a girl that worked at Home Depot or something.
Yeah, I mean, something
and
like
she
that.
showed Shaq DM and Jack DM'd him.
So, you know,
did a heat check? Just do a heat check. Just throw a heat check out there.
So, you know what I mean? And when men are shooting their shot,
especially famous men. Regular men, we don't have that problem. It's usually dudes with money of affluence or something like that. They the ones that usually have the issue.
Yeah, I mean, but you're embarrassed. Like, you know what I mean? Regular men are trying to talk to regular women that they think are beautiful, and they reach out online to be publicly ridiculed just for saying, you know, I guess you got to take accountability as well. Because if you say good morning 3 times and that person is, you you gotta,
Yeah.
cut your losses. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
but you can be shamed for being so-called obsessed, like she said. In her thing.
Yeah, and like I say, man, that Walt Disney production kind of stuff, that it's only gonna go so far, man. Reality, man. I guess some people do that every day. I'm just saying, I'm just grateful for my wife. We just two old-fashioned people, man. Nothing extra. You know what I'm saying? No preservatives, no additives. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But man, having to buy makeup and foundation, man, and man, I mean, you ain't even got to the regular cleaning stuff yet. You got more of that than you got the actual regular cleaning stuff and tissue and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's real, man. But when that money get low and you can't buy it, you got to go without. Are you gonna go without food, or are you gonna go without the aesthetics? Everybody gonna answer that question.
Self-care. Everybody got a budget. Like some men, we know what we got to do, and we don't. Some men play games. Some men,
for sure,
buy jerseys. Some men invest, so-called invest in shoes. They're paying $300 for a pair of shoes. You know what I mean? And you're making $11 an hour. That is not a good investment. So, women, we're not attacking you, saying
no.
Your spending is frivolous because you're buying weave or makeup or getting your nails done. Men have ridiculous habits as well and hobbies. They buy shoes. Some men keep fixing on their cars. Yeah, you can sell the car. Yeah, you can sell the shoes. But some men game. You know what I mean? Yes, some men make money off game. But also some women make money off makeup tutorials. So we're not knocking anybody's hustle.
No. I'm just saying, don't tie your existence to it. Don't tie your existence to it, because one day you might not be able to buy it. Then what? Are you gonna feel like it's the end of the world now because you don't have the makeup that you've been wearing for 10 years or whatever? That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Or men with the Beijing, you know what I mean? They lost their hairline.
Oh my God, man, cut it off, man.
Now, guess what? Now they feel like their confidence is gone. You know what I mean? So
let me give you a hint. If you're using the Beijing black and you get on these cameras that got like 4K quality, guess what? We can tell you got the Beijing, bro. It's two different blacks. It's your hair, then it's the Beijing. Boy, like he got Yokohama ties on his head, man. He got all that black, man.
Put the headband on, he got white walls.
Man, for real. Bold ties. Put a yellow line on that thing. All right, guys, the pick one. Dudley Boyz or the Hardy Boys? If you had to pick one.
Oh, man, it's hard.
I know, right? Because they both do crazy stuff.
Well, I love the 3D. They'll 3D anybody. You know what I mean? Hit anybody with a chair with the Dudley Boyz. But, man, the stuff that the Hardys did, I mean, jumping off stuff.
Because they came from ECW, right? Didn't they come from ECW, the Hardy Boys?
I don't know. They've been in WWF for so long. They may have started off there, but definitely, I know Dudley's came from there.
They did. Okay.
Yeah, but man,
the Dudley was mad because they was like, man, we've been trying to tell Vince, man, we could jump on people on tables for you. We've been trying to do that, man. They let the Hardy Boys do it, man. They got the crowd. We want to do that. They said, we're going to let you do it one time, and you better make it work. And they said they did it. They made it work. Then they fought the Hardys. They matched, too. They was all going through tables and stuff and ladders and all that stuff. Pretty funny. But, I'll pick the Dudley Boys. But, Hardy Boys is cold, too. I'm pick the Dudley Boy. They had 3D. Was crazy.
I mean, they fought each other, man. But, like my son.
Love the Hardys.
Like, I mean, he got a Jeff Hardy action figure in his room. You know what I mean? And like they was wrestling when I was in high school.
They was. They still wrestling. Yeah.
And he still got his action figure. And they still jumping off. Well, I think Jeff still jumping off stuff. And I mean,
boy,
it's crazy.
I remember though when he was talking to The Rock. He said, it doesn't matter. That was so cold, man. Man, The Rock called. He'll take anybody's stuff and use it against him, man. That crap was so funny, man. But yeah, guys, let us know who you think, man. Dudley Boys or the Hardy Boys, man. But yeah, that 3D was cold. They 3D'd everybody. That was their little. What? I think, between them and the Legion of Doom, man, had probably one of the best tag team finisher, man.
What? Yes. For
Cause
sure.
that doomsday device. Was they the biggest dude before steroids? Or do you think they was on PEDs? The
Legion of
Animal
Doom.
Hawk, yeah, Animal Hawk. They just got their beer brawl strength, man.
Like Animal, seemed like a
Yeah.
natural like UFC fighter, man. The
Yeah,
beer drinking brawler, but man,
yeah,
Hawk was too tall to be that buff, man. It's crazy.
yeah,
Especially back
yeah.
then.
All right, guys. Last slide and one more pick one. Life lesson. When do you realize you have to start over or change it up? I know I got a couple of times in my life I had to realize that. Talking to the kids.
You want to put shit down to the wire. You know what I mean? Because you want to always say you have faith and perseverance, staying in the situation. You want to be thankful for what you have. Right. Sometimes they just call it quits. I mean, that job you haven't advanced, that relationship you still unhappy, is not working out. There's taking more than it's giving. You got to say, hey, God, I release this person. I'm gonna let this person go. I'm gonna let this job go just to do more. Yeah. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's like, well, you're ungrateful because you're leaving the relationship that's providing some of the things you need, or you're leaving the job that's providing some of the things you need. You're gonna work that job for the rest of your life, and it's just satisfying some of your needs.
And they'll be the same people.
Work a little harder in a different arena. You can be thankful for what you have and still want more and not be a bad guy.
For sure, 100%. I know for me, I remember when I got fired from Red Cross, I pretty much had to start over, man, because I couldn't find no other job in the field to save my life. Even was on unemployment. They was like, man, you looking for a job? Dude, I'm looking. I done filled out every application probably 2 times over, man. I couldn't find nothing, man. It was a rough time. Then going to Pulaski Tech, man, having to go to college. I think I was, 25, something like that, 26? One of them, man, but having to take the compass test, 'cause I never took the ACT. Start over on that, you know what I'm saying? But if you want to get it done, if you want to go to the next level, sometimes you just got to start over, man. Just kind of how it is. Sometimes the ego won't let you let it go. I'll talk to dudes that's in the streets. Sometimes you got to let the street stuff go, man. If you don't want to go to jail or end up in the ground, sometimes you got to let it go. Start over, man. You know what I'm saying?
And sometimes it's not starting over. It's just starting now. Just start now. Yeah. Start going in a direction. Now, some of your skills, some of the things from your old
We'll translate, sure.
We'll translate. Take those things with you. You know what I mean? You got experience in sales. Take that with you. You're a good reader. Take that with you. You know what I mean? You got experience in healthcare. Take that knowledge with you. But it's some of those habits, maybe that job, that full-time paycheck. Sometimes you got to let that full-time go to do part-time to go to school or work at a job that makes more, that pays less. You can take some of the stuff with you. You know what I mean? If that person, if you're in a relationship, if that person's willing to do better, therapy or just make themselves better on their own, maybe you can take them. Or, hey, you can't take them in a relationship capacity, but I can take you as a friend. You know what I mean? I don't have to cut ties. You know what I mean? We can still study together. You know what I mean? Hustle together, but we can't do that relationship thing. You know what I mean?
Another thing,
there's children, families, and things like that as well.
Yeah.
Take the good, but sometimes, like if you're hustling, you're a drug. Sometimes you can't take sometimes some of this stuff can't go with you. You know what I mean? So you can't put dirty money in the bank.
Sure can't. Boy, you're gonna put on prepaid cards and pay everything through prepaid cards. Who can do that all day? You gotta go to Walmart and load up the prepaid card. Put about $1,500 on there, man.
You know what I mean? So you're not losing everything. You know what I mean? You're gaining something on
That's
more.
the thing about like dirty money people don't realize, man. You gotta be so meticulous and so methodical about the approach to spend it. Is it even worth it at the end? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you have 100,000 in your house is probably so uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Cash in your house. I don't think people talk about that, how uncomfortable that is. You can't sleep. I don't care what nobody says. Unless you just that tough, you can't sleep with you got 100 grand in your house, man. That's crazy.
The house could burn down while you out somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Somebody could steal it,
You know.
Because people know you can't sell dope and don't nobody
I
know.
mean, you can if somebody steal it, you can steal it back. You can, you
if
can
you know who did it.
But
Yeah,
if
you
the
know who
house
did it.
burned down, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
you're
you can
done.
have security systems.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your son left the toaster on, boom,
Boy.
that's $100,000. Boom.
Boy, gone. Toasted it.
Toast.
Another thing when I went back to school that second time for the bachelor's degree, they was telling me a lot of stuff weren't gonna transfer. I kind of knew that, but it still sucked. But it felt like I pretty much had to start over. They gave me like some of the core stuff, but I still had to take like the science with the labs and all that stuff. Pretty much start from scratch, man. Just didn't have to do like the English and communications and stuff. So, but yeah, I had to realize I had to start over. I had to go make it happen, man.
Guess what? I mean, he got something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now he could have said, "No, I'm not doing this if I got to start over."
I know
And that
people have
could
done
been-
it. I know people have done it. Yeah.
And that could have been his brick wall. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That could have been like, well, I was gonna do it. And you telling God, well, God, I was gonna do it, but I had to, I lost these credits. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna do it.
Boy.
Looking for a reason that you have to stop.
Sometimes, you may be with a toxic spouse, you know what I'm saying? A man, a woman, man, I don't know. Sometimes, man, you got to break it, man. Sometimes you be thinking I need to stay, man, because I've been with this person for this amount of years. But, man, if y'all ain't married, you ain't really tied in like that. Sometimes you got to make a decision.
And even if you are, some people can say, I'm for you. Go, do your best, do your best. But then every time you turn around, they need something. Well, you're going to go to school. You're going to choose school over me. I'm sitting here. I'm sad. You got to stay with me and do this. You know what I mean? The baby's sick.
Yeah.
The baby's sick. You know what I mean?
Boy.
The baby's crying. Well, can you hold this down? I'm going to school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm working for you and the baby.
Man, that's real.
But that's not enough. And they guilt trip you of this and that, and you can't make any arrangement. Well, I had my cousin watch the baby. Well, if you really wanted to watch the baby, you'll do it yourself, ma'am. I got stuff to do. I'm making the thing.
Yeah.
That person is just kind of, I don't know, it's something inside of them that doesn't feel comfortable with your growth.
Man, that's great. Yeah, that's real though. Yeah.
I don't know what that is, and you got to get away from that. You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy though? The crazy part is you see the pattern, but they won't tell. But they can't tell you the pattern that they're doing. They won't tell you that. That's the crazy part. Like I see this pattern. Yeah. But if you tell them I see this pattern, no, it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying?
I notice every time I go back to school, you need help with the baby. You know what I mean? Every time I do this, but when I'm sitting here doing nothing, playing the game or doing that, that's fine.
Yeah.
But every time I try to commit to something outside of or that makes me better, you know what I mean? And this is man or woman. I'm just speaking from a male
for sure. It could be either or. It could be either or.
You know what I mean? Like every time you as a female, you try to go to school where you don't never cook for me. Like, sir, you was eating Hot Pockets every night I was at home, but now I got night classes. You want dinner home cooked now. You know what I mean?
You want Wolfgang Puck. You want
you know what I mean?
5-star chef. Stupid, man.
And she's not saying she's not gonna cook. It's like while I'm in school, you're just gonna have less home cooked meals. Well, man, I think you love this school and you love yourself more than me. And people start doing that. They're attacking your growth.
They don't realize it's gonna make everything better for everybody.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And it's just a little sacrifice. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because when you look back, let's say if you live to 60 or 70, you know what I mean? You're not even gonna notice those 2 years that you got that technical degree. That 4 years for your bachelor's. You know what I mean? The standard of living is going to change. You're going to notice that, but you're not going to notice that those 4 years.
Man, for real.
That if you get them done, because people look at Wallow, $1 million worth of game. He uses that prison time to grow, and it felt like forever then, but now he has so much life ahead of him and the quality of the life.
Boy, he uses that. Yeah.
He doesn't accept. And that was like 10 or 20 years.
Man.
So if he can do 20 and move on with his life and be positive and resourceful, you can do 4 years of college. You know what I mean?
Boy,
6 if you want to, you know what I mean?
Now you can take it, like I say, now I'm trying to tell kids now, You could do one class a semester, like one class for every 9 weeks or something like that. They got an online program where it's all online, one class at a time, and you could be done. It's like one class, work at your own pace. You know what I'm saying? It's not even like 4 classes or 5 classes in one semester. It's crazy how they got it now. Matter of fact,
if you don't want to start over, cut it in half, get rid of the over part, and just start. Start.
For real.
Have that, one class in 9 weeks, like Mike said. Break it up. You know what I mean? Just start. If you lose an inch every day in a year, you know what I mean? You'll be a lot farther.
Yeah, they got it now. They got it now to where some of the classes, like they're full-time classes or whatever, but the teacher come in and it'll record them with the camera, and you don't even have to go to the class. You can just watch it and do the homework and stuff later. You don't physically have to be in the class. Like the NBA classes I'm taking now, he said sometimes some semesters, some people come in and they don't even be in the class. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, with technology, it's so many ways to do things, and it's so many things you can do.
Bill, what's going on, baby?
Yo, what's going on, fellas?
What's up, big bro? We was telling them you was handling some grown man business. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Responsibilities. Gotta do what you gotta do.
I know I missed. I missed the whole thing.
You always welcome. You know what I mean? I'm the one that's always late, so it's good to see somebody else.
So man, we gonna say who you gonna pick, man? Pick one: the Dudley boys or the Hardy boys.
I'm going with the Dudley boys.
Oh man, I went Hardys.
They went Hardys, yeah.
I went High Flyers.
Oh man, the Dudley.
No, I was jumping fences back in the day, so that resonated with me.
So this is a life lesson. When do you realize, like we talking to a young kid, when do you realize that you got to start over, or change it up? Have you ever had that point?
Yeah, when you see the formula ain't working.
Yes, sir.
And you got to know when to abort mission.
Before you get too deep into it.
Yeah, man.
And
then, man, now you here, man. We can talk about some basketball talk. Hold on. This is one of my pick ones, right? Pick one. Vernon Maxwell, Bruce Bowen.
You know I'm going Mad Max.
I'm going Bruce Bowen, baby. Give me Bruce Bowen, man.
Man, nowhere.
3D. 3D, baby. Give me Bruce Bowen, man.
What do you think Mad Max was?
Nah. I know Bruce Bowen gonna get a good night's sleep. I know Bruce Bowen gonna come to work.
But I do kind of want the boring system guy. He's a good shooter.
Man, he come to work every day.
I mean, just a normal, not fighting the other player.
Man.
But sometimes you need a fighter. So I definitely see the appeal with Mad Max. But but you know what I mean.
Bruce Bowen gonna get it done, baby. He gonna get it done.
As a halfway Celtics fan, halfway crook, but I'm going with Bruce Bowen.
Man, get out of here! You guys are tripping.
But if I was as a coach, I definitely want Bruce Bowen. As a player, I want to be on the floor with Mad Max. You know what I mean? I want to talk to him. You know what I mean? I want to.
I was watching that. What was it? On the Smoke. Man, talking to dude about some stuff. Man, dude was all over the place. Man, dude was so funny, man.
Dude said it had some truth to it.
Dude said, "Boy, man, where I got information from, man?" He said, "Man, I heard a kid slapped you, man. Man, he did slap me, man. Where I get all this information from, man?"
So man, you can kick it with a brother like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know about Bruce Bowen. You know what I mean? So
I think Bruce Bowen off the court. I think dude actually pretty cool. I think
he probably drinking.
Even though Kawhi Leonard got him fired when he went to the Clippers, though.
What?
You remember Kawhi got he was a broadcaster for the Clippers. And when Kawhi came to the Clippers, they fired Bruce Bowen.
Oh man.
If you can't get along with Kawhi,
I think Kawhi told him to fire because he just didn't want nobody else from the Spurs, man. You know what I'm saying? Got that dude fired, man, allegedly, man.
What do you think would have happened? They would have did that with Mad Max.
You said what?
What do you think?
Man, Max old now, man. He got a curl now, man. Old now, man. He ain't got the bald hair no more. He got the hair implant, man.
See, that's the one of the ones you be like, man, that boy seriously busy.
Dude said he got more hair when he older than he when.
So I seen some on Gil's Arena, man, and he said that LeBron had made a statement after the game, and they were saying, and was that why he don't want to be the face of the league, and LeBron said they out there talking all the S about me. I wouldn't want to be the face of the league either. Do y'all think LeBron punking out, man? Like, you think they just part of the package of being the best, man? People gonna come at you in different ways, man.
And you can't, in LeBron's defense, you cannot possibly go at everybody that's going at you. I mean, he'll be spending every day, every night responding to something, somebody.
But he be looking at it though.
So I mean, and that's what makes him stronger, not responding to that stuff.
No, it sounds like it's getting to him. Yeah,
of course it's getting to him. I mean, he's a human. You know what I mean? And he's not necessarily the hardest human.
But yeah, I know Gil was saying like every time somebody try to compare somebody to Jordan, they gonna find all the negative stuff when they compare somebody to Jordan. Like you would never, every time it said, even if Anthony Edwards, like Jordan can hit 100 out of 100, if you hit 60 out of 100, well, he missed 2. He only a 98 out of 100, man. He missed 2 shots, man. It's like they gonna always, nobody would never be able to top Jordan. You know, when you make that comparison, they gonna always find negative stuff. You know,
that is always the legend of Jordan because Jordan ain't still playing. I think that would be so much. It's gonna be so much harder and so much better, worse. I mean, when LeBron, I can't find a word. When LeBron retires. Now they can always say, "Well, he's soft now because he's still playing." Man, 40 years old. You know what I mean?
Man, for real,
but he's still playing.
Super soldier. Yeah.
They kind of discredit him because he's still playing. You know what I mean? When Jordan played for the Wizards, it was a lot of discredit, but that was such a small portion of time that he was washed up. So he was washed up.
He still played though.
And then after he quit the Wizards, he was washed up for 5 years. Then GOAT status was back. You know what I mean? And nobody ever mentions his bad stuff. Since LeBron is still playing, they mention his bad stuff that they don't like about him. You know what I mean? But when he stops playing, he will be the gold standard.
Yeah, that's one of the things I don't like about some of the old heads, man. Yeah, they criticize these folks so much, man, and they not even realize, man, y'all missing some good basketball.
You think Rashad McCants hate him, man? You think Rashad McCants hate him?
Of course, yeah. Of course.
I thought he was just doing it for the gram. I thought he was stunting for the gram, but I'm starting to think so too, though.
No, he's a soft hater. You know what I mean? So
he's a soft hater.
He hates in soft ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he can't just go out in front and just directly hate on you. He hate on you in like a weird way with some weird stats. You know what I mean?
Because Paul Pierce, he'll just right out say he'll just hate on you. That's what I like about Paul Pierce. He just gonna hate him.
Yeah,
they said, did you have a better? Who had a better career? You or Dwayne Wade? Oh, that's easy, man. Me, man. That was so cold when he did that.
Yeah, man.
And then he gonna put himself and stuff, and then he plays around. He talks around other players because he'll put himself in a situation. Well, I did this. And it's like, man, really? I played against you. You know that, right?
Nah, boy. DeMarcus Cousins put dude on notice.
Exactly.
Boy,
you know what I mean?
Said, boy, you know how hard it is to average 30 points on a sorry team. It's still hard to average. Man, I don't think people realize like to shoot. How many is it? What 18 shots at least, or 15 shots for 30? To shoot the ball 15 times, running up and down the court, jumping, rebounding, grinding, getting bumped all the time, and still score 30 points. That is not easy to do, man.
Yeah, I think it's more it's more easier now than
I'm talking about just physically just shooting the ball at 15 times.
I mean, they shoot 15.
I understand where you're coming from, Bill. Like, it's easier. It's more friendly to do now. You know what I mean? They could put you down back in the day.
I'm just saying, even I know what y'all saying. Easy. I'm just saying, just no physical contact, just averaging 30 points a game is still insane.
Yeah, I mean, and it's
that's hard to shoot that many times and hit that many times. It's not easy to do.
Each player probably shooting about 10 threes a game.
But they're not averaging 30 a game. I don't think what's the high now, 28?
It's about the minutes and the concentration and the potency of your play. And that's another thing.
I think it's
don't
more
like
energy too,
about
your
him.
inner strength. Yeah, energy too. Cause some dudes ain't.
And not that's what don't like about him. He's a what if guy that had a chance. Well,
Yeah.
like because you can say
He was good in North Carolina. I just think he wasn't a good pro. He was good in North Carolina though.
I think he was a
role
good
player,
pro,
bro.
but I think like Bill can say, if I would have went to the NBA, I would have did this and that. You know what I mean? I would agree with him. I mean, yeah, if you would have got a chance, you would have did this and that because your personality, the dog in you, I saw your game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You would have did that. But he's a person that got a chance and still talk about shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You was in the NBA. You know what I mean? You had your chance.
That's
You
what
didn't
make it funny when because Gil know that, and Gil, man, that's why I like Gil. He act I thought I used to act just like dude when I was young, get in so much trouble, man. Talk crazy people, but he rub it in too, man. He know dude wasn't that good. He be rubbing it in, man. I think one time he had dude about to cry one time.
I mean, dude, like you was that good, but you're not a Hall of Fame guy. You know what I mean? You're not like, you know what I mean?
Nah, but he was saying Gil got a chance to play more minutes. He's like, dude, you was a top pick. You was a lottery pick. I was a second round.
Exactly. That's what Gil was like.
Yeah.
So he acting like he didn't have no chance, like he didn't play in the NBA. You know what I mean? Well, I didn't have a chance to be a starter. Like, bro, chill out, man.
Yeah, I ain't defending, but they did have some poor ass coaches when they.
But your skill is your skill. Like we saying, like Boogie was telling me, your skill is your skill, though. If you can average 30 on a sorry team, you're going to do it, but it ain't easy, though. You can do it, though. Like Tyreek Evans, I mean, when he was the point guard for the Kings that time, he was averaging almost 25 a game. And he didn't even have a 3-ball. He was just shooting twos and layups. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, different. But like I said, man, they people missing out on like when Steph and KD don't retire and stuff like that, man. It's gonna be.
Yeah, they need to enjoy it, man. They really didn't because LeBron's about to be gone. Like y'all need to y'all need to be. Everybody need to be that man cheerleader. Like I mean, he was the face of the league so much. He been doing this stuff since he was like 18 years old. You know what I mean? I think we need to appreciate. I mean, as an old head myself, I need to appreciate LeBron a little bit more since he's.
Y'all know what made me? You know what made me and my cousin BJ so crazy when we talking about sports, how they relate to life. Man, we used to have uncles, man. He used to tell us the stories, man, when they was dating, when they was single, man. You know how you talk about basketball records? They used to talk about records like that. Man, me and BJ used to look at each other like, man, we gonna break that record. Stupid stuff, man. Man, tell you about a cousin.
No, I mean, in those days when everybody was active, man, that was some friendly competition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody ever hated on my.
That's fun competition.
You know what I mean?
Nah. It was funny though, man. I had my cousin, rest in peace, man, my Uncle Trav though, man. He said he scored so many points in the day, man. He said he couldn't even lift up the remote to turn the TV, man. He said I was that tired. And this dude was like Nino Brown before Nino Brown, for real, man. I'm about to do a video one day. If I can find a hairball chain, man. It almost was like the better version of Jerome off Martin, man. That's how dude was in real life, man. Pretty funny, man.
I think my dad was like Gil. That's all you worry about, offense. He ain't playing no defense.
All offense, man.
All offense, man.
Yeah, I was telling wife there, like, that's how most dudes are when you dating, man. You trying to break as many records as you can. I said, the one be messed up be them young dudes that get in the game. They don't be in the game 5 minutes. You already got a girl pregnant. Now you already retired, man. Like, you ain't even been in the game 5 minutes.
Or you need to retire. You know what I mean? You still out there trying to shoot.
You can't even enjoy the game, man.
Every time you touch somebody, they pregnant. Like,
boy,
bro,
you can't even enjoy the game, man. That's messed up, man. But yeah, man, what's some of the stuff you heard before we get off here, Pill? What you get the Pill-O-Vision, man? What's some of the stuff you done heard out there, man?
Man, just
Did you hear about the Fort Worth? I know you more connected to Texas than we are. The Fort Worth situation.
Yeah, man. Say, man.
We was talking about that earlier, man. I hate to hear that, man. Daughter got
in
that crossfire.
Yeah, that's messed up, man. But dude brought that on himself, man.
He did? Okay, that's what Willie D was saying. I don't know what he did, but his daughter didn't deserve that because they said he was a gambler and he was a hustler, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but no, they told him don't go to that car wash. And,
oh.
You know,
okay.
Putting your child in harm's way because figuring they ain't going to do nothing.
We talked about that last week. What's that team?
No, that's like using your child as a human shield.
Yeah.
And if I don't have to see my child, my baby, my son, and I know he's safe because he in full custody.
But you got street heat. You know you got street heat though, man. You can't do certain stuff with your kid.
I mean, I don't care if my baby mama got full custody. If I got heat on me, you know what I mean. I will before I see him dead, I will FaceTime him every day.
Yeah.
And I would never use him as a shield because,
and she was just in the car, man. She was just in the car. That's why he had took off running. And then, when he running, they shooting. So
and I don't mean as a human shield, I'm thinking about thinking you safe because he's with you, and then that's the kind of shield. I mean,
man, what'd you hear about that Springer Boulevard situation? Did that dude say he went to school with us, man?
Yes, he went to school with us.
Don't say his name, though. I know you. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Okay. Stay down the street from us. Stay down the street from us.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
In the 6'5"?
No, Norwood.
Norwood.
Off Chico.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Boy, he all the way over there on Springer. What he doing over there?
No, that's one time. That was like 20-something years ago. But,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's crazy out here, man.
And just to see, you know what I'm saying, and they come to find out, they had already searched that area.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then
wow.
That's bad.
Man, crazy out here, man.
Yeah, that's a lot of that going on with these dudes killing these women, man.
Yeah. Boy, these dudes go to jail, boy. They gonna get ran doing that thing. It's gonna be rap, man.
That's what, man. Yeah,
man.
We definitely went to school with him. He was younger than us. I think he was probably
Yeah, I know he was younger than us. Yeah, I know. But when I seen his face, I'm like, huh? Yeah. Okay.
I want to say it was the same grade Nick then was in. What Nick 03 or 04?
No. Nick was 02. Yeah,
I mean 02. I mean, yeah. So he was either 02, 03. One of them.
Okay. Wow.
I want to say it was 02.
Wow. Crazy, man. Small world, man.
I remember him from Henderson and then McClellan too.
Yeah. Wow. It's crazy, man. You go to school with people, you just never know what their trajectory is. You see, like, God, it's crazy.
But one decision can throw that all the way off.
Yeah, choices and decision. Yeah, one choice, one decision. What can change the game? Yeah. I'm trying to tell these youngest, man, be the better choices and decisions you make, the better off you'll be. You can make it complicated. You can make it simple.
Yeah.
Just know, every choice and decision is going to cost you something. But all right, guys, finna get ready to sign out this thing, man. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And we are signing out.
Wow.